The DC English Podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the DC English Podcast, the place where you learn real, natural American English with confidence. I am Nora.
And I am Noah. Hello, everyone.
Today, we are looking at something we all wish we had a little bit more of, and it's
Oh no, you are talking about time. Honestly, I am exhausted just hearing the word.
really? Why does simply thinking about time make you feel so exhausted right now?
Because I feel like I never ever have enough of it. My alarm rings, I wake up, I rush to get dressed, I rush to work, I rush through traffic to get home, and then suddenly the day is completely gone.
Oh, I know that feeling perfectly. It feels like you're running on a giant treadmill that never actually stops moving. You're running as fast as you can, but you're not getting anywhere.
Exactly. It is exhausting. And then I look at my English book sitting on my desk in the corner. I really want to study. I know I need to study, but I just do not have the energy to even open the cover.
That is a very heavy feeling to carry around every single day. When you look at those books, you probably feel like you're failing before you even try.
Yes, that's exactly it. I feel guilty. And then the absolute worst part happens. I sit down on the sofa just to rest for a minute, and I end up doing absolutely nothing useful for 2 hours.
Let's talk about that specific feeling. Think about your daily energy like a large, heavy glass bottle of water.
Okay, I'm picturing a large bottle of water. It's full to the top.
Right. You only have a certain amount of fresh water inside that bottle for your whole day. Every time you make a decision or do some work, you take a drink. But if you take that bottle and pour it directly onto the living room floor, you cannot drink it later when you're actually thirsty.
Oh, wow, that is a terrible thought. But that's exactly what wasting time feels like. It feels like pouring my valuable water straight onto the rug.
Precisely. When you spend your day on things that don't help you rest and don't help you grow, you're not enjoying the water. You're just pouring it away.
That happens to me all the time. Just last month, I felt really tired while I was working on my computer. My eyes were heavy and my brain felt slow.
So you decided to take a short, healthy break to recover?
Exactly. I told myself I would take a simple 10-minute break, just 10 minutes to breathe. So I sat back on my sofa and I opened my phone.
Uh-oh, I know where this is going. Let me guess. You opened a social media app and found a funny video to watch.
Yes, I watched one very funny video of a cat falling off a chair. But then another video started playing automatically, and this one was a video of a raccoon eating a grape.
A raccoon eating a grape?
Yes, he was washing the green grape in a little puddle of water, and it was fascinating. And then the app showed me another raccoon building a tiny house.
And you told yourself that very famous, very dangerous lie. You said, just one more.
Yes, I said just one more raccoon video. And then suddenly my neck started to hurt. I looked up and checked the clock on the wall. An hour and 45 minutes had completely vanished.
Wow, that is a very big 10-minute break. How did you feel when you finally put the phone down and realized what happened?
I did not feel happy. I did not feel rested at all. I felt empty, a little bit guilty, and honestly, my eyes were more tired than before I started.
That heavy feeling of regret is a clear sign that the water was poured directly on the floor. Or to use another picture, it feels like dry sand falling right through your open fingers. No matter how hard you squeeze your hands, the time just slips away.
Sand falling through my hands. Yes, that's the perfect picture for it. I really didn't plan to watch raccoon videos for almost 2 hours. It just happened completely by accident.
And that right there is the secret. It happened by accident, not by choice.
Wait, what do you mean by that? How can I choose how I relax? Isn't relaxing supposed to be accidental?
Not at all. What if you sat down on the sofa, put your phone away, and said out loud, I am choosing to watch exactly one episode of my favorite television show to rest my brain?
That feels totally different because I'm the one making the clear choice. I'm in control of the remote control.
Exactly. When you do something on purpose instead of by accident, we say you are being intentional. You have an intent or a clear goal for your time.
I like how strong that word sounds. It sounds like a superpower. I really want to be intentional with my time, instead of letting it fall through my hands like dry sand.
You can absolutely do that. The very first step to becoming intentional is to create a map for your day. Think of it like the digital navigation system in your car.
Okay, the map system in my car. The GPS on my dashboard. I use that every day.
Right. Now imagine you get into your car, turn on the engine, and start driving without typing a destination address into the map. What happens?
Well, you would just drive in random circles around your neighborhood. You would waste your expensive fuel, you would waste your time, and you would probably just end up back at your own house.
Exactly. You drive, and you feel very busy because the car is moving, but you never actually arrive anywhere important.
Oh, wow. So when I wake up in the morning and look at my books and say, I want to improve my English today, I'm essentially driving my car without an address.
Exactly. Saying you want to improve your English is a beautiful dream, but it doesn't tell your tired brain exactly what to do. It's a little too fuzzy. It doesn't give you a clear direction.
Wait, what do you mean by fuzzy? Like a warm blanket?
No, not like a blanket. I mean, it's not clear. When an idea is big, blurry, and unclear like that, we call it vague. V-A-G-U-E, vague.
Ah, vague. So saying I want to improve my English is a vague plan. It's too big for my brain to handle on a busy Tuesday.
Exactly right. Instead of a big, vague plan that makes you feel guilty, you need to type a clear, specific address into your daily map. We call this a tiny plan.
A tiny plan. I like how that sounds. Can you give me an example of a tiny plan for learning English?
Of course, a tiny plan sounds like this. Today, while I drink my morning coffee, I will learn exactly 3 new vocabulary words. Or, today on my drive to work, I will listen to exactly 10 minutes of an English podcast.
Wow, hearing you say that makes my shoulders drop. That feels so much lighter. I don't feel scared to start a tiny plan like that.
That's the magic of a tiny plan. It takes away the fear. You know exactly where to go and exactly when you're finished, so you don't wander around feeling lost and guilty.
And every single time I finish those 10 minutes, I can check it off my list and feel proud instead of exhausted.
Exactly. You get to celebrate a small victory every single day.
Yes, and I am officially ready to start making tiny plans. But I still have one big problem. Where do I actually find the 10 minutes to study? My day is completely packed from morning until night.
I completely understand. Let's talk about your money for a second to explain how time works.
My money? Wait, I thought we were talking about time management and learning English.
We are, I promise. Just think about the money inside your wallet or your bag. You have paper bills for the large amounts, right? But what is sitting at the very bottom of the bag?
Usually just some loose change, a few small, heavy coins that clink around at the bottom. They're not worth very much on their own.
Exactly. Time works the exact same way. You have big blocks of time, like a 1-hour lunch break or a 2-hour movie. Those are your paper bills. But you also have small coins of time.
Small coins of time. That is an interesting picture. What does a small coin of time actually look like in real life?
Calmly. It is those random 5 minutes you spend standing on the sidewalk waiting for the bus to arrive, or the 7 minutes you spend standing in a long line at the cafe behind someone who is ordering a very complicated coffee.
Oh, wow, you're right. I have dozens of those little moments every day. And I usually just throw those small coins directly into the trash by staring at my phone and watching raccoons.
Most people do. We think 5 minutes is not enough time to do anything important, so we waste it. But if you start collecting those small coins, you can actually build something very valuable over a week or a month.
I really love that picture, gathering up all my small coins and turning them into a big treasure of knowledge.
We actually have a special name for those hidden little moments. We call them pocket time.
Pocket time. I like that. because they're just like the small, forgotten coins sitting in the pocket of your winter coat.
Exactly. I have a good friend who is incredibly busy. She has 2 young children, a dog, and a demanding full-time job.
Oh my goodness, that sounds absolutely exhausting. How does someone with a life like that ever find time to study a language?
She told me a secret. She said she never, ever has 1 full hour to sit down at a quiet desk, but she has many small minutes hidden throughout her day.
That is brilliant. So she just uses her pocket time instead of looking for a perfect hour.
Yes, she listens to 5 minutes of audio while walking to the bus stop. She reads one article for 10 minutes while eating her sandwich at lunch, and she reviews flashcards for 7 minutes in bed before she goes to sleep.
And it actually works? Just using those tiny scattered coins of time actually makes a difference?
It really does, because consistency is much more powerful than intensity. After 6 months of doing this every single day, she understood more vocabulary and could speak much more comfortably than people who tried to study for 5 hours on Sunday and gave up.
I am definitely going to start looking for my pocket time today. I just realized I can listen to an English podcast while I stand in the kitchen and wash the dinner dishes. That's at least 15 minutes.
That is a perfect example of a tiny plan. You are taking a boring daily chore and turning it into a dedicated moment of growth.
But there's still one thing that worries me. Even when I try to use my pocket time and be intentional, sometimes my attention just completely disappears.
Curious. That is very common. What is usually happening right before your attention disappears?
My phone usually buzzes on the table, or a bright notification flashes across a screen, and I feel like I just have to stop what I'm doing and look at it.
Right. Something reaches into your quiet day and steals your focus without giving you anything good or useful in return.
Yes, it just takes my time, breaks my concentration, and leaves me feeling completely scattered.
We have a great name for distracting things like social media notifications and random text messages. We call them time thieves.
Time thieves. That's exactly what they are. They sneak into my house and steal my 10 minutes of pocket time.
And if we want to succeed, we need to actively protect our focus from those thieves.
How do we do that in the modern world? I can't just throw my expensive phone into a river. I need it for work.
Please do not throw your phone in the river. That would be very expensive. You don't need to destroy your devices. You just need to make a small, simple rule, like locking the front door of your house before you go to sleep.
Locking the door against the time thieves. So, what does locking the door actually look like in real life?
It means putting your phone on silent and turning off your notifications for just 1 hour while you study, or even better, leaving the phone in a completely different room.
Oh, I see. You don't have to hate the thief, you just build a wall to protect your house. Out of sight, out of mind.
Exactly. That is perfectly said. When you protect your focus by putting the phone in a drawer, you actually save time. Your brain can relax and you feel much more in control of your own life.
Relieved. I'm going to try that tonight. I'll put my phone on the kitchen counter while I sit and read my English book in the living room. That sounds so peaceful.
That is a wonderful, intentional, tiny plan. But before we finish today, there is one more very important thing we need to discuss about time.
What is that? Are there more rules about working hard and being productive?
No, not at all. It's about the complete opposite. It's about resting. Sometimes if we say, don't waste your time, people think that means they must be working, studying, or cleaning every single minute of the day.
Yes, honestly, that's what I always think. If I'm just sitting quietly on the sofa without a book, I feel guilty. I feel like I'm failing at life.
That is a very modern and very dangerous trap. Think about what happens if you use your mobile phone all day long, playing games and making calls, without ever plugging it into the wall.
Well, the battery percentage drops to 0, the screen goes black, and the phone completely dies and stops working.
Exactly. Human beings are exactly the same. If you run around all day, rushing from work to studying to cleaning, and you never actually stop to plug yourself in, your internal battery goes to 0. You'll burn out.
Oh, so sitting on the sofa and resting is not a waste of time. It's just charging the battery.
Exactly. Intentional rest is productive. Good sleep, a quiet walk, or just sitting in silence are how you prepare your brain and your body to use your time better tomorrow.
I really love that. I don't have to be a perfect robot constantly working. I just need a good, healthy balance between working hard, learning intentionally, and resting fully.
That is the ultimate secret to a healthy, sustainable life. A little bit of each, kept in perfect balance.
I feel so much lighter after this conversation. I'm going to find my tiny plan, I'm going to use my hidden pocket time, and then I'm going to take a very intentional, guilt free nap.
That sounds like a truly flawless strategy. Thank you all so much for spending your valuable coins of pocket time with us today.
Yes, thank you, everyone. Remember, if you listened to this episode, you definitely did not waste your time. You invested it in yourself.
Keep speaking, keep growing, and make sure you take good care of yourselves. We'll see you right here next time.